Okay, so now let's maybe jump into the real content of what project operations can. And first thing that it really does is enhances Dynamics 365 sales, because in standard, I'm not. If you're familiar, Dynamics 365 sales mostly focuses on selling product. And here is the difference between Dynamics sales and project operations. Here we are focusing on delivering services. So the concept is the same. We are still going through the process of creating sell opportunity, creating quote, creating a contract. This is universal, but here we are not focusing on actually selling some goods. We are focusing on selling services. And one of the enhancements that comes with project operations is to be able to differentiate whether a contract is a fixed price contract or a time and material. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the concepts, but basically, if it's a fixed price project, then we sell a project for, let's say, 100,000 euro, and simply when the project is delivered, the money is being paid. If it's time and material, then the price isn't fixed. There is probably some budget foreseen for a project, but we will be paid at the during the project, depending on how many hours we will be working. So we'll be tracking time, how much are we spending on the project, and we will be compensated accordingly by our customer. And here comes the first term that is a bit new compared to dynamic sales. These are price lists, and I will maybe for the first time jump into the actual project operations. Here is a price list, or an example price list that I have created up front. So the idea is, how much do we get paid for each hour that our employees are working? And there are two price lists in the so the project operations differentiates two price lists: cost price list and sales price list. Cost price list will be something where we estimate or how much is an employee costing us. So for example, so this is obviously mostly his salary, but not only, because there are also licenses, hardware that we have to buy for an employee, but we are estimating how much in average does an employee cost us. Then we have a sales price list where we have basically the same roles or the same configuration, but with different prices. So for how much are we selling these people to the customer? This is of course necessary to be at the end able to calculate the revenue of the project, because we have how much does the project cost us, and how much revenue have we made on the project. Prices are interesting because in the simplest example, we have just okay, each hour we are working for a customer can cost maybe 150 euro, let's say. But this is usually not that simple, because maybe we probably will need to break it down. For example, as we see here, on roles. So maybe a software engineer is another cost than a project manager, and maybe a consultant costs even more. But it doesn't have to be broken down on the roles. It can be, for example, broken down on the seniority level. So maybe juniors will be sold for less than seniors, or maybe on a location, because we have multiple business units, maybe one in India, one in Europe, and let's say in Germany, and one in USA, and depending from which country or from which business unit the specific resource is coming from, the price might be different. Maybe if a person is this is what we are seeing, I believe here, the resource work hours. So if someone is doing overtime, then it might be more expensive. There might be so this is our custom. So it is, we are able to simply configure it for your organization depending how you do it. But it can be broken down on multiple levels, how to establish actually what price should be paid by the customer for each hour that is being served.